Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. I thought I would hop on here and just take a few tarot cards just to check in with the energy at the moment. I've just posted a reel on my page, so check that out, and that's just to say that for those of you that can resonate with this, that you're going through this powerful transformation, you may be experiencing physical detoxing symptoms. I'm currently going through that as part of the ascension process, and also releasing and detaching from particular things in my life. And I just want to say you've got this, you're a light warrior. Sometimes our body has to catch up with our energetic field as we're transforming and evolving. We need to make those adjustments internally and externally sometimes as well. So just to stick with it and remember you're a light warrior. But check out that reel if that resonates for you, if you've been going through something particularly within the past couple of weeks in terms of physical symptoms. So I've got the universal weight deck here. And what I was drawn to straight away as I put the decks out this morning was that I've got the bookended cards. You'll see that we've got the Queen of Wands on the bottom and we've got the Tower at the other end. So the bookends are the Tower and the Queen of Wands, and that made me think that certainly in order for us to step into that Queen of Wands energy, regardless of gender, this is all about the sovereignty of actually using the courage within to take action towards our goals, that fire within, that passion within. And the Queen of Wands knows what she wants to go for, has earned her place on the throne in her own right through taking action towards things that she wants, and also releasing what she doesn't want, because she is now on the throne as a sovereign being in line with her divinity. And the Tower is, of course, that unexpected change, but it's also crumbling of the old to make way for the new. And we have the star that follows it in tarot in the major arcana. So of course that rebirth can come in once the Tower moment happens. Now, a lot of people fear the Tower. Don't fear the Tower. The Tower is all about shaking things up that need to crumble in order to make space for the new. We can't accept the new into our life if we're still holding on to the old. So for those of you out there that are releasing and have been releasing since the full moon, and you're experiencing these physical symptoms as you're going through because you're breaking away from those chains. Think of the devil energy of the chains and the bondage of things that are not serving you anymore. That's the past version of ourselves. We're moving away into a new version of ourselves, and that can't come with us. That needs to fall away. But that in itself is a shift, and it can create these symptoms as we're matching up with our energetic self. Okay, I was also drawn, I've got some coasters here with New York skyline on it, because I love New York. I've been there, it's an amazing place. And I was just drawn to the Statue of Liberty because it just made me think of freedom. So we are breaking away from things that are not serving us in order to move into a more free way of being. And by that I mean free to be ourselves, authentically at the core, our divine self. Okay, so that just felt like important messages to say straight off the bat. Okay, let's see what we have for the collective. But as I mentioned, if you're drawn to that reel, just check it out. That was just a quick message really to circulate. I felt drawn to doing that this morning because there may be people out there that are also experiencing the physical symptoms. And it can be, for some people it can be unsettling because you don't know what's going on, or you naturally assume it's a sickness, it's illness, when it can actually be part of this ascension process as well. It's always best to check in with your soul and your intuition for guidance on that. And of course, seek medical attention if you need it. But often through the ascension process, we do experience these physical symptoms. Okay, let's see what we have from the universal weight deck, please, for the collective. What do we have from the pure white light, please, Spirit? What does the collective need to know as they're going through this transformative process? And remember, we're all feeling it on a collective level as well. So if you're particularly empathic, then you're going to be picking up on that energy also. So keep yourself grounded, keep yourself protected. Oh, that one flew out. That one wanted to come out. Wow. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so let's not forget that the Nine of Wands is one wand away from the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is feeling overburdened. It's needing to put that weight down, and it's the closeout of a cycle that's been too heavy, too arduous for us. The Nine of Wands, there is a feeling of maybe defensiveness, and it could be because of building up something in your life and actually not wanting to let it go. So there could be a bit of resistance here. But remember, with that extra wand, that then becomes untenable. So we want to avoid getting to that point, which is why we're being called to go through this transformation now. Let's see what else comes out, because 9 is all about releasing. So releasing resistance in that way. Releasing resistance for change is coming through for me. Let's see what else we have with the 9 of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what we have. Okay. Oh. Wow, Knight of Wands. Well, there's that Knight of Wands bringing in that extra wand. That's going to make the 10 of Wands. So I would be, the first thing that's coming through to me here is just be cautious of somebody that might be trying to offer you something that's actually going to be overburdening you. What we're wanting is that offer of something that's going to take us in a different direction to that which we are more in alignment with. So of course, when you think of that, you could actually say, all right, here's this wand, but this is going to take you elsewhere. This is like the Ace of Wands. You know, here I am. It's movement. The Knight is a movement card, and it's fire energy again. So we've got that quite heavily because of that Queen of Wands that I saw before. So this is all about taking action. This is movement towards what you want to do. So it's kind of almost like there's 2 messages here. So be very mindful of any offers that might be coming in from somebody that doesn't feel right to you, because it's going to overburden you. It's going to actually make that 10 of Wands that's going to be too much to take on. But also be open to opportunities that may be coming in that's going to alleviate that. So it can be like, okay, you need to move away from that energy. Here I am coming in, I'm going to offer you this, or there might be an opportunity that shows up for you that you're drawn to that will allow that movement. Okay. But here you see it's interesting, because if you have either way with the cards facing, they're not facing each other. So this is almost saying there's having a back to this, which resonates more with that first message of, okay, I've got to be a bit guarded here because I don't want to take on something that's going to overburden me. I've gone through enough transformation. I can't take a back step. But also looking out for the opportunity that's going to come in that will be right, that will be more in alignment. Okay. And yeah, these 2 flew out as well together. So we've got the King of Swords in reverse with the Tower reverse. And I mentioned the Tower before, but in reverse, there's a fear of change. So that could be where the resistance is coming in because it's holding on to the old. But no, Tower reverse, it needs to change. And if you look at the 2 figures on there, they're both facing in the same direction. Obviously, when the Tower falls, they're both falling down. But one kind of almost has their hands out to protect themselves, and the other one has their hands open, saying, okay, I surrender. I'm open to receive what this new path is going to be. And of course, in the reverse, which is how it came out, the figure here, and again, it's regardless of gender, but this relates to the divine feminine aspects, is actually being open and saying, okay, Spirit, I'm ready for this change. I'm ready for the new start. It's releasing the fears around that and accepting the truth of the matter. Because again, the King of Swords, another sovereign being, uses his expression, again, regardless of gender, this is to do with the card, uses his expression and communication and truth and clarity to cut through to the truth of the matter. Okay, so, and that's the Sword of Truth. That could be the epiphany moment. But it needs to be enabling this change, this positive change. So it might be that there's an epiphany coming. There could be resistance to that because perhaps you know the truth, but you're not wanting to let the Tower fall. Take that how it resonates. Let's see what else we have. I feel like there's a 5th card. There is. And this is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's some impatience here. There is some impatience here. So even though there's resistance to change, there's impatience because there's a want for change. So that's contradictory. So that could be a bit of push-pull energy within ourselves. We want the change to happen, but we're almost fearing the change at the same time. There's an impatience for things to move on, but there's a fear of almost letting go of what's not serving us in order to move forward into what is serving us. And on the bottom, we have Virgo energy, the Hermit, Major Arcana. It's also card number 9, releasing. You need to go within, find that star energy within, what's going to light your path And also he is holding what I could perceive to be a wand to guide the path into the direction, but that's from going within, that's having that introspection and recognizing the truth of the matter for yourself, what's more in alignment with you. Okay, wisdom of the oracle. Let's see if we have a supporting oracle, please, for the collective today. Thank you, Spirit. Again, these messages from the pure white light. Difficult energy going on here. That could indicate the resistance. Let's see what we have. Okay. That one wants to poke out. Oh, wow. This is beautiful, though. New life. How stunning is that? And that is card 39, which reduces to 12, which reduces to 3. There's power in manifestations in terms of making a new life. This is transformation at its most beautiful and powerful. Look at how she's emerging there, and it's almost like, yes, and the light emanating. And that's what happens when we're doing stuff that's more in alignment for ourselves. We're moving through this transformation. We're letting go of what doesn't serve us. We're not afraid to take the leap. And then there's that true expression of self. Remember, with the new moon in Leo coming up, pivotal day, and new moon itself, new starts, you know, manifestations, again, the power of 3. But also, Leo is all about expression of self, expression of the soul. Leo ruled by the sun. The sun is your soul. So that is very, very appropriate. New life, that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I've got the Queen of the Moon. I'm just going to take one more card from the Queen of the Moon. And yeah, that one came out on the floor, and wait till you see it. Release. Card 27, 2 and 7 is 9. That's another 9. So definite confirmation here. And similar aspects here with the butterflies and the light. So this is all about releasing what is not serving us to move forward, to step into the new version of ourselves that is waiting for us. Our higher selves are guiding us towards, and releasing what doesn't. And when we do that, we are shining brightly in divine alignment with ourselves. The light can emanate from us, and it can magnetize, and it can allow that reflection back to us, because when we're actually operating at that higher frequency of what's in alignment for us, we get that reflected back to us from spirit, from other people, from those we're connected to. And there is that, again, you know, that freedom of expression that's coming out from this as well. Very powerful, very powerful. So stick with it, and just know that with this new moon coming up on the 28th of July, set those intentions. And if it's based on your true expression of self, and you're just needing to still release some things before we go into that new moon energy, then do that for your highest good. Seek that guidance within. Remember the Hermit energy. And actually underneath the Hermit, as I just picked that up, is the 10 of Swords. Put an end to things that are not serving you. Put an end to it. Yeah, because underneath that, death in reverse. So you can't make that up. That is saying there's fear around endings, but you have to end something and go within to understand. Don't fear the tower, because the old needs to crumble in order to make way for the new, and you are emerging into a beautiful new version of yourself, the self that you are in divine alignment with, what's divinely intended for you. It's part of your soul's path. Trust the process and release what you need. Manifest what you desire for your reality. You are the co-creator of your life. You have the power to manifest the reality that you desire. Remember that. You're a light warrior. Take care. God bless.